Hey guys, and welcome to MessageDesk webinar series. My name is Taylor, and I'm your community manager, and we have Josh on here as well, and he's your product manager. If you joined us last week for our webinar about messaging for your front desk, today plays really well with that. We're going to be diving into how to boost your communication within your business. And we'll be taking the next 10 minutes or so to go over how your business can optimize itself for communication by creating more meaningful conversations.
That's right. It's important to remember that when you introduce text messaging as another communication tool for your business, that you're not saying goodbye to phone calls forever. Instead, you're simply taking more phone calls of value. Because once you start text messaging your clients, customers, or patients, you naturally weed out those useless phone calls for reminders and updates that take up so much of your time since they're being done one-on-one. With group text without reply all, you'll naturally free up a lot of your time since in one click you can privately text hundreds of customers with timely updates. Now, you'll only be taking phone calls from customers who have longer questions or immediate requests that can't be handled over message. Not to mention, they'll be the ones calling you, meaning you won't have to worry about calling someone at a bad time anymore.
It's true. New data is showing that about 80% of consumers say it's important that a business offers the option to text them. I can't tell you the number of times I've tried to text a business a simple question because it was easier for me at the time, and no one got back to me because it wasn't a text-enabled phone number. Don't let your personal communication preferences blind you from becoming more efficient.
That brings up a great point. It's easy to text enable your business phone number and let your customers or client figure out what they prefer. There's no reason to limit the ways someone can reach your business. All it does is hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, Josh, what is something that you think would increase your communication once you start using text messaging within your business?
Yeah, something I always tell my clients is to utilize all the features within your messaging platform. For example, things like message templates are great. Most people are familiar with email templates, whether you're using a CRM or just copying and pasting emails from a Word doc. Regardless, everyone knows how bothersome it can be to type out the same email over and over again, only changing out a few lines here and there. Well, you can do the exact same thing with text message templates. These optimize your time and give you a way to actually build your brand into the message. You can add in things that are specific to your business's tone or voice, specific words you use that describe your business or at least your ethos. And then that way, when you have teammates jumping in and messaging customers on your behalf, they're using these pre-made standardized templates. This avoids the worry of a typo or a spelling error, the things that can derail conversations and a back and forth conversation.
Templates are also great to use because it helps you stay consistent. Consistency always creates a better experience for your customers and gives them a reason to stick around because they'll always know what to expect from you.
And when you're staying consistent, it will never matter who on your team sent the message because the template is always there. Taylor, what's another hack you would use to heighten your messaging strategy?
Something that I always tell people to be aware of is the length of your message. You'll want to keep your message brief and crystal clear, always trying to stay between that 160, to 320 character limit, about a paragraph's worth of text. Humans inherently have short attention spans, so keep things relevant, on target, and helpful. You don't even want to read long emails, so what makes you think that people want to read long text messages? Which means using a URL shortener when sending reviews, surveys, anywhere else you're taking your customers can be helpful to keep those character limits down. Making things condensed and visually more appealing will get you a lot more responses. If you find it hard to keep your character count down, try using inline images in your messages. These images can be brochures that have a lot more information. Those are just some simple tricks that I find really helpful. Do you have any other suggestions for getting your response rates a little higher?
Yeah. One of the good hacks for boosting response rates that I use is to use capital letters in your messaging. It seems so simple, but caps in a text message is like using bold or italics in like an email or on a web page. It's just something to grab someone's attention. It works especially well when you're using something called a keyword auto response, where you're actually trying to get the customer to text back with a specific keyword that will actually trigger some sort of automated reply. Some great examples are when in the course of like an appointment reminder, you might tell someone to text back confirm in all caps, saying, hey, text back confirm to tell us that you're still on schedule to show up at this time and date, right? Another thing that's used in the marketing use case is things like VIP. Text us VIP in all caps to join our text club, or just text us the word subscribe or join. A lot of words you can use there. There's also a way to call out an actual click, saying click here in all caps and putting a link to a web page, a link to a meeting link, where they can actually set up a meeting time with you. Those are all great ways to at least improve your engagement. Obviously, anyone can always reply, but if you're trying to get them to take a specific action, capitalizing your letters is just a simple way to actually draw someone's eyes to a specific part of your message. We've also talked a lot about how important it is to get the timing right on your message. The great thing about text messaging is that you can always change things and test to see what's working, right? If you have 1,000 contacts in your database, you don't have to send the same text to all 1,000. You can partition it up, segment your list. Maybe you send one text to 100 people, send another text to a different 100 people, and you see which one of those messages gets the best response rate. And then from here, whichever one got the best response rate is the one you send to the rest of those 800 contacts.
Basically, as long as you know your own customers, then you can easily optimize your messaging strategy to them and change it and make it better. All right, well, thanks everyone who joined us today. If you guys have any more questions about how you can start optimizing your text messaging communication in your business or organization, just email us at josh@messagedesk.com or taylor@messagedesk.com. And don't forget to join our Facebook page, MessageDesk Insiders, for all the tips and tricks. And we'll see you next week.